The Williams team can potentially win a Grand Prix this season because of their newest FW46 model, which has already been added to their lineup of cars. Logan Sargeant and Alex Albon are set to have a winning season after an underwhelming year in 2023 by only scoring 28 points combined for the Constructors' Championship. In today's video, we will delve into the newest Williams FW46 and why Logan Sargeant and his team can use this car to lead into his next win. The Williams team is filled with history in the books, and despite not being too competitive in recent years, the old fans of Formula One can make the argument that Williams is much more successful than Red Bull and Mercedes. It is one of the best teams in Formula One history, and they have a past that goes back decades and a long list of famous drivers who have worn their uniform. There is a lot of excitement around Williams right now because the Williams team just showed off their long-awaited FW46 car for the 2024 season. The team, which has a long past in the sport, wants to make a strong return after a few unsuccessful years. People were quickly drawn to the car's bright blue color and sleek future design, which suggested that the team was ready to move on from its problems and forget about them. One of the changes they made was improving to fix problems with downforce and make the handling better. Alex Albon says that the FW46 fixed some problems from the past, but also created new ones during preseason testing in Bahrain. The car's handling has gotten better with less downforce, but Albon pointed out new problems in some corners, which means more changes need to be made. A learning curve to deal with new problems that came up during testing with the goal of fine-tuning the FW46 so that it performs best in the future races. It shows potential in fixing past problems, but it has to deal with new quirks to get competitive results, which means more changes need to be made to the car's performance. In the last Bahrain F1 testing action, Alex Albon said that search for trying to get through corner balance better, that's going to be, I think, a big talking point for us in the next 4 or 5 races as we just try to learn the car we've got. The newest Williams FW46 had difficulties in Bahrain and Jeddah, with Sargeant only finishing at the bottom of the practices, but beyond that, he remains positive. Logan said, "Still had a couple of issues throughout the day. It was generally a positive day. We made good headway in the right direction. We know the direction we need to keep heading in. There's plenty of things we still need to fix. It's still a good car, we just need to iron out the details and get the balance in a slightly better place, but we have plenty of ideas and tricks." According to their website, the FW46's design is in line with the small changes to the FIA technical regulations planned for 2024. These changes will continue to focus on cost cap savings and encouraging closer racing. To improve safety across the sport, the F46 makes changes to the homologation tests for both the front wheel tethers and the main roll hoop structure at the top of the frame. There are new rules about how the floor edge should be designed in detail. The rest of the FW46's design, which takes these changes into account, is based on the trade-off between better performance and cost limits. The frame design of the FW46 has been improved. It is paired with a Mercedes-Benz power unit that is made to 2024 specifications and a Mercedes-Benz gearbox. Mercedes-Benz will also provide the rear suspension in 2024. Williams Racing, on the other hand, will make the front suspension themselves. When it comes to aerodynamics, the FW46 builds on what was learned from the FW45 and has a lot more thorough design in all the important places. Williams team director James Vowles was positive about the progress being made on the FW46, even though some problems were found yesterday during preseason testing. As a change from last season's inconsistent performance, Vowles pointed out big gains in the vehicle's handling. He said that, "I'm happy that what we developed over the winter was moving away from a car that had the odd race where it was competitive, but it was very spiteful. It was a car that you just braked half a meter too late and it's off the track. You couldn't get it back on again, fundamentally. What we worked on from a car that almost everyone here could predict where it's going to be quick, we should have a car now that's hopefully competitive at 24 races instead." That was really the movement towards it. In the simulator and in simulation, it certainly moved that way. As soon as Vowles started working for Williams in February of last year, he started to figure out why the team had been behind the others. Some of these include spending money on better tools. Vowles was able to get F1 to increase the amount of capital expenditure that could be made so Williams could catch up to Red Bull and Mercedes' infrastructure. This has been taken into consideration in the creation of the FW46, but starting those processes in the middle of a season does come with some risk. He said that, What we were doing with this car was pushing everything to the limit. To give you an idea, the chassis technology is different. Some of the other technologies are quite different than what we've done before. Those changes are enormous for an organization, absolutely enormous. Some of those have challenged us to push ourselves beyond where we wanted to be. But in the case of what's happened overall, I'm very, very happy. We simply can't do everything at the same time. You can't change what you're doing, break technology cycles, and put yourself in a much better performance situation without taking an enormous amount of risk. Redesigned aerodynamics are one of the most important parts of the FW46's design. Again, the team has gone back to the drawing board and worked hard to make a car that is both beautiful to look at and very fast on the track. The car has a longer wheelbase, a shorter nose, and a more aggressive rear diffuser, all of which make downforce higher and efficiency better. Mercedes-Benz, a company that makes engines, has teamed up with them. Williams hopes that the Mercedes engine will give them the edge they need to compete for top wins. The Mercedes engine is known for being strong and reliable. With this new car, they have high hopes. Only time will tell if it will help them get back to the top of the stack. One thing is for sure though, the FW46 shows how determined and dedicated the team is to becoming one of the best Formula One teams again. With their newest car and its newest upgrades, what are the strengths of Logan Sargeant and Alex Albon, and the potential of Williams in the 2024 season? Sargent's strongest qualities are his drive and hard work. People know him for how hard he trains and how much he pays attention to details, which have helped him get better with each race. He is also naturally good at racing, which is clear from how quickly he learns new cars and tracks. In the 2024 season, Sargeant could be very strong if he had the right car. Albon's strong points are his smooth drive and his skill with tires. He has been very good at times while working for Red Bull, especially in races that were wet and hectic. If he can keep speeding up in qualifying and being more consistent, he could be very helpful to Williams in 2024. But the 2024 season will be important for more than just the cars. There is also a lot of talk in the paddock about the new Williams FW46. The team is going to make a big change to their car with a focus on aerodynamics and a more powerful look. The team is also spending money on new tools and technology that might give them an edge on the grid. Williams only finished 4th with 28 points last season, but if everything goes as planned, he could be in the running for the podium in 2024. How about you? Did you think that the newest Williams FW46 could contend for a title, or is it just another season of bad luck? Let us know in the comments below.